Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Pardon Our Picks. Should I say good morning, everyone? It is Sunday morning, football day. I am your host, Sam. Tarek has the day off. Pardon Our Picks, of course, where perfection is a work in progress. We are brought to you by MorningwoodCrafter.com. Morningwood Crafter, inspired by design, crafted by hand. Go there for all of your wood-crafted needs. So, we had an exciting week last week. Both of us had a pretty decent week. Let's take a look at the standings. It looks like I am a leader once again at 12 with a 12-4 week at 115-62. Tarek, little behind with a 9-7 week, still a winning week, 113-64. So he's 2 behind. He can very well catch up, but we have a lot of exciting games this week. I think we're going to start with what would have been Tarek's game of the week, the Cleveland Browns going up against the Tennessee Titans. So with the Cleveland Browns, I mean, they've amassed wins almost quietly, but a lot of their games have been close and not always to good competition. Jaguars and the like, but Tennessee has just been, they're grinding. They're on a roll. They're beating people down right now. I believe in this game, Derrick Henry is absolutely going to make the difference, but it is strength versus strength right there. Cleveland's defensive line with Myles Garrett coming back is going to be tough to beat. I still think Tennessee wears them down in spite of the fact that Cleveland Browns running game is also pretty darn good. Tennessee for the victory in this one. Let's move on to the Broncos, the Sunday night football game. The Broncos going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. So what we have here is a Broncos team whose defense is looking pretty good against a Kansas City offense that is just rolling right now. They're very hard to stop. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill just went crazy last week with putting up huge numbers in the first half. Tyreek Hill was on pace to break a record, but they slowed it down. They didn't really need him to keep going as fast as much as he was, so he didn't quite break the record. The Broncos, with their offense, they got Drew Lock. They should have the quarterbacks back this week. I don't think it's going to matter. I think KC in the victory in this one. Let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys going up against the 6-5 Baltimore Ravens. This is a Tuesday game, folks, Tuesday night. So grab your popcorn and watch this one. Right now, it looks like it should be Lamar Jackson as quarterback for the Ravens. There hasn't been any word yet as to whether or not he's cleared COVID protocol, but I'm expecting him back by Tuesday, and quite a few of their players are going to be back as well. With the exception of a few, Mark Andrews will be out. He's not eligible to return until after that game. So given what they have against the Cowboys, I see the Ravens stopping their skid this week. They get the victory here. Dallas probably doesn't even make it close, even though their defense has played better in the past couple weeks. That's not going to be enough to stop the Ravens. All right, let's move on to another exciting. It's going to be a division game. The LA Rams going into Arizona to play the Cardinals. This one's going to be real exciting. I think this is going to be one of those high-scoring, high-flying games. These teams they desperately want to win that division. They're both right behind Seattle. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, I think that the Rams are on a bit more of a roll. I think they're going to get there. I think they're going to win this game going away. So pick the Rams in this one. Let's move on to the Monday night football game. The Buffalo Bills going into Arizona to play the San Francisco 49ers. I know that's weird, but Santa Clara has put restrictions on any contact sports in their county for the next I think it's 3 or 4 weeks. So San Francisco, any of their home games in that time is going to be played in Arizona. Nice of the Cardinals to allow them to do that, of course. Buffalo going in there. San Francisco, they had a big win last week. Buffalo is a tough team to go up against, though. Considering that Mossert's back and they get all their receivers back. The only thing they don't have is their quarterback. I think that's going to be the difference here. It's going to be closer than their records indicate. But I have Buffalo squeaking out a win here. All right, let's move on to our quick hitters. All right, so first off, we have the Bungles going against the 7-4 Dolphins. Lost last week. I see them riding the ship this week, beating the Bengals in their backup quarterback. We have the Detroit Lions going against the Chicago Bears, both of whom are trying to get out of the cellar and stay out of the cellar. I have the Bears winning this one and riding their ship and going back to 500. Here we go. We have the 9-2 Saints. Sunday football, not Sunday night football. Going against the Falcons. Taysom Hill still the quarterback for the Saints. I have them eking out a victory here, but I think it's more so because Atlanta's pretty much done with the season, I think. Interim coach, stuff like that. They had a chance, but I still see New Orleans winning. Let's go on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Surprisingly, a lot of their losses have been real close. Going against the 5-6 Minnesota Vikings, who still vying for a playoff spot. They're a couple games out, but I have them winning this week and keeping their momentum going. The 6-5 Raiders going against the New York flightless Jets. The Jets are not getting a win this week, folks. Las Vegas for the win. Keep them in playoff contention. The 7-4 Colts going against the 4-7 Houston Texans. Now, the Texans have shown a little bit of life, but I believe that the Colts defense is it's going to be too much, especially without Will Fuller in the Texans lineup. And we got the New York Giants, currently leading the division in the East, but that's not really saying much. Going against the division leader for the West, East versus West, I have the West pulling out the victory in this. Might be a little closer than people think. New York's defense is pretty decent. Let's move on to the 3-7-1 Eagles going against the 8-3 Packers. The Eagles, they can't get out of their own way. Packers win this one pretty good. Let's go to the 5-6 New England Patriots going against the Chargers. Can the Patriots get to 500 this week, folks? I don't have it picked. I got the Chargers winning this one at home to move to 4-8. Now let's move on to our Monday night game. The 4-7 Washington team going against the Steelers. Can the Steelers be beat by Washington? I don't think so. It's a tough sell for anybody, really. But you never know. And Steelers have made a lot of these games quite close against teams that they should have beat handily. So that's it for today, folks. If you want to pick against us, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you think we did wrong, go ahead and tell us where we went wrong. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Pardon Our Picks in YouTube. So for your host, I'm Sam. Tarek misses you all. You guys have a great football week.